Okay, I'm going to do a quick under the hood video. I haven't cleaned the motor in a couple years, but I did wipe down the valve cover, so it's a little dirty, but the motor's solid, runs good. You'll hear in the other videos how solid it sounds and how good it runs. Just going to go through a few things and just to do it. First, the clutch master cylinder is new, the brake booster is new, the brake master cylinder is new. The header, which of course there was plenty of video, or not video, but pictures of that, the whole install and everything. You can see on the header that what's peeling off is actually silver header paint. Under that, let's see if I can, yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see me wiping it off, but under that, when you wipe it off, the ceramic coating is also silver, and the ceramic coating's not coming off. I put header paint on top of it, and honestly, I've never used header paint that didn't instantly peel as soon as you started the car. So I think the whole 1500 degree or 1800 degree thing is BS. I think there was images of me redoing the fuel injector connectors as well, which I didn't cut the wires on them. I bought new connectors and took mine apart and just cleaned them up really good, got all the corrosion off, and then put the original wiring inside the new connectors, so I didn't have to cut any wires, but the connections are all brand new with new clips on them. The fuel rail on it that I've painted blue here is actually off of the 78 motor. You know, I sandblasted it and painted it up real nice while I had it off of that other motor, and then one day I just said, you know, that looks great, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the car. So the fuel rail is the 78, which changes the configuration up here just a little bit in the throttle body area. So this piece between the throttle body and the airflow meter is a 78 as well. Of course, I still have all the 7 pieces, but the throttle body and this rubber and the whole vacuum over to the valve cover and all that is 78, even though it's on the 77 motor. The rubber hose coming from the air cleaner into the airflow meter is all tucked up, taped up with duct tape because it's cracked up, dry rotted. That needs to be replaced. It's about 50 bucks at the Z store. The K&N cold air intake is from the Z store. I think it's like 140, 150 bucks. I'll clean the filter and recharge it with the K&N kit before the car is picked up. I do have some spare, like the hose, this braided hose isn't new. It was off the 78 motor. I do have a brand new hose that I would let go with the car, of course, all the parts. The water pump I just replaced 2 days ago because I could hear the old one chattering a little bit, and I pulled it apart and verified that it had some rattle in the bearing on the water pump, so I went ahead and put a brand new one on it. The fan clutch is new. The chrome valve cover actually came off the 78 motor, but obviously it was beautiful. I had to put it on here. So the black valve cover that's with the spare motor is off of the 77. The little boot on the throttle right there is cracked. I replaced the heater core, and it just had like some goo around the holes to, you know, to keep the air from coming in. I didn't put anything back around there, but there's a new heater core in there, and those holes could be sealed up however you want to seal them up. The coil is not stock. It's a Mallory, a little bit hotter coil. You know, no big deal. It's just a coil, but it's not stock. Okay, I'm gonna walk around. The radiator is the stock radiator. No problems with it. No leaks at all. The lower hose is hose that was on it, so that's not a new hose, and I might have the one that came off the 78. I can't remember. I think it was cut. Fuel filter is new. One thing over here, you know, missing is a canister, or actually 2 canisters, like here and here, that was fuel tank. This pipe right here that's just hanging open is the vent from the fuel tank. Just like if any fumes need to get out of the fuel tank, they used to go into a canister, to another canister, and then a vacuum line that went over into the emissions. That's gone. Just pointing that out. It has no effect on the car, but pointing it out because it's an emission thing. The car's so old, emissions don't matter, and it was gone, and I don't care that it's gone. The battery area, I'm not sure how good you're going to be able to see this, but it's also a big common area for rust. this car wasn't bad at all, and I'll pull the battery out later and get better, but you can sort of see the line around it of black, and the tray and the line around it here that's black. I actually cleaned it all up. Any surface rust was ground off with the wire wheel, treated, and then it has a couple coats of truck bed liner on it. I don't have the hold down kit that comes with the car, another thing you can get on the Z store. Right now I've just got the handle screwed in where the bracket does screw in when you get it. But the battery's not going anywhere, it's screwed in right there, but it's kind of a pain getting it in and out. I'm just pointing it out. The red wire coming off the battery here going through the body is going back to the rear of the car to power the amp for the stereo. Part of the air conditioning, which I put a note on there that I had cut the belt. I put the belt back on when I did the water pump the other day, so the AC can be turned on. It's not cold, it's cool. I didn't care anything about AC on the car, so I'm not pushing it as, hey, it's a great AC car or whatever, but it has it. I'll say that. There's not much, I don't think there's much more to talk about there. I have seen a drip or two of oil in the garage lately, and I mean that real literally. Yeah, I don't see any. I've been driving it pretty hard today, and I don't see any under there right now. You know, it's never really leaked oil, but I've definitely seen literally 1 or 2 drops on the floor here and there, so it may have a little leak on the valve cover gasket or something like that. Just the little green thing is just, you saw probably in the pictures of when I installed the clutch, I painted that piece fluorescent green. I was going to paint the new hot motor with a lot of that color when I did the motor, but obviously I've kind of given up on doing it. The transmission, you can see a little bit there. There was good pictures of that online. That's out of the 78. When I bought that 78 motor, it had the header and the transmission attached to it. That's really why I bought it. As I said, I didn't clean it up that well, but I mean, that's pretty much it for the motor. It's just stock with the cold air intake, the header, and the free flow exhaust. Yeah, so I've bumped up the power a little bit, but not too much. It's the original stock motor. That's it. Thanks.